When working with complementary angles, we say that the sum of the two angles are 90 degrees. When working with supplementary angles, we say that the sum of the two angles are 180 degrees. Knowing just those two facts alone, we can answer questions finding complementary and supplementary angles. So first off, we're going to start with complementary angles. Find the complementary angle of 52 degrees. All that means is what would I need to add to 52 that would get me 90. So all you do is take what we know that the sum is 90 degrees, and we're going to subtract 52. And when we do that, we're going to get 38 degrees. So the complementary angle of 52 is 38. So let's do it again. Find the complementary angle of 37.4 degrees. Even though it's a decimal, we treat it the same way. We're going to take 90, and we're going to subtract it from this, and we're going to get our complementary angle. So 90 minus 37.4. So all we do is just the arithmetic, and that's going to end up giving us 52.6 degrees. Whether it's a whole number or a decimal, you treat it the exact same way for complementary angles. Now, what if we have something a little bit more difficult, like something like this, where we are given, in general, what the degree measurement is for both of these as an expression with variables? It's variable. It's probably going to be awful. It's actually super easy. Think about it like this. If I take this angle measurement and I take this angle measurement and I add them together, I'm going to get 90 degrees because it's a right triangle. And when I'm dealing with this set of examples, complementary angles. So all I got to do is take what this is and what this is, add them together, and I get 90. So that's what I'm going to do. So 2x plus 50 plus 4x plus 10 is going to be 90 degrees. Now I just solve. 2x plus 4x, 6x, 50 plus 10, 60 equals 90. Now just solve for x. Just very simple algebra by this point. Subtract the 60 over. 6x equals 30. Divide by 6. X equals 5. So I get 5, but that doesn't really help me because I need to know what are these two angle measurements. What would give me 90 degrees when given this kind of a problem? Well, it's simple. Take 5, what x is, and plug it in for x here and here, work it out, and we're going to get our angle measurement. So let's do the first one. 2 times 5 plus 50. Just do the arithmetic there. You're going to end up getting 60 degrees. So this is 60 degrees. Now I'm going to do this one. 4 times 5 plus 10. Do that. I'm going to get 30 degrees. So this is 30 degrees. Technically, you could have found just by taking one angle, subtracting 90 from it. But, you know, it's not that big of a deal just to work it out and just to see it in action. But there you go. Very simple way of finding complementary angles. Now what about supplementary angles? Well, supplementary is 180 degrees. So we're going to do the exact same thing. So if I know that this is 89 degrees, and if I add it to something else, I'm going to get 180 for its supplementary angle. So I'm going to do 180 minus 89, not 90, 91 degrees. There we go. Much better. 91 degrees. Not too bad. And if I have a decimal, I don't treat it any differently. 48.9 degrees, find the supplementary angle of it. I'm not going to do anything different than I've already done. So 180 minus 48.9, that's going to give me 131.1 degrees. Pretty straightforward. Now what if I have something like this, similar to the last one? This time it's the supplementary angle, and it looks like this. So again, supplementary is from end to end, 180 degrees. And I have these two angle measurements expressed as an algebraic expression. Very simple. I know that if I add these two together, I'm going to get 180. So I'm going to add these two together and set it equal to 180. So 3x plus 134 plus 6x plus 10 equals 180. So add them together. 3 plus 6 is 9x. 134 plus 10 is going to give me 144. Again, equals 180. Subtract the 144 over. 9x equals 36. Divide by 9. X equals 4. That's all well and good, but I still don't know what my angle measurements are. So I'm just going to plug in 4 here and here for x to find out what they are. So 3 times 4 plus 134 is going to give me 146 degrees. So that's what this angle measurement is here, is 146 degrees. And then 6 times 4 plus 10, that's going to give me 34 degrees, which means this here is 34 degrees. And just to make mention, when you're dealing with these graphs, a lot of times they're not going to be drawn always 100% accurate. They might be pretty close, or they even might be accurate, but never take for granted that they are not always accurate. Sometimes they're just general statements. So never assume that they're accurate unless, they say so. And even then, usually just a guidepost. That's all you really need to know. So if it's complementary angles, it's 90. If it's supplementary angles, it's 180. Just follow that. Don't try and follow the graph and be like, the graph looks exactly like this. It can't always be trusted. Just trust the definitions more than anything.